Hello, my friend. Are you stuck in the polarity of right and wrong? This is a dynamic we're taught in 3D consciousness, which is all about lack and limitation and scarcity and struggle, is right and wrong. So you know you're in 3D consciousness if you are stuck in being right about something, or if you're feeling wrong about something, you feel like you're always wrong. That is that fear-based 3D consciousness. So if you feel like, I know I'm right about this, you're just convinced you are right about something. You have all kinds of proof and evidence that the other person is wrong or the other party is wrong. Ask yourself, even though I am 100% convinced that they are wrong and I am right, and you have all kinds of proof about that, ask yourself, where could I be even 1% responsible, not wrong, but responsible for this? That way you don't want to call yourself wrong. But see, nothing is ever an absolute. But that right and wrong dynamic, what it does, it keeps us stuck and it keeps us in a lower consciousness. So if you are somehow convinced that, and maybe you have lots of proof that what they did was wrong or that should never have happened, ask yourself, how could I be 1% responsible for this? Because it always takes two people or more to create a situation. So let's take, if it's a relationship and you're looking back at a relationship and you know they were wrong. I know they were wrong. You can list off all kinds of things they were wrong about. How did you contribute to that situation? Even just 1%, a half of 1%. It might be simply, well, I stayed longer than I should have. It might be you realize, you know what, I never spoke up. And maybe you never spoke up because, you weren't believed or you would be abused or made wrong, so you didn't speak up. But by not speaking your truth, you still contributed to that situation. And it's not let go, just let go. Let go of right and wrong. Remember, that keeps you stuck in that lower consciousness. You're on the spiritual path. You're doing inner work. You're wanting to move into states of higher consciousness. Be around people of higher consciousness. So let go of right or wrong. And if it's, I didn't speak up, I didn't contribute, I didn't take action, anything like that, I stayed when I should have left, well, you were even 1% responsible for the situation. What happens then, you can let go of blaming them for being wrong and convinced that you are right. Because remember, right and wrong, it will just keep you stuck. Nobody benefits from right and wrong. All it's doing is keeping you stuck in that limited consciousness, 3D consciousness. So just let go of right or wrong, no matter how convinced you are that they are wrong and you are right. If you want to move into higher consciousness, just let that go. Let it go. Okay, take a deep breath in, let that go. Now see what comes up is you realize now that it takes two people or more to create a situation, and then you start to feel, well, what you're doing now is an extreme. You're shifting the blame from one to another. But what if nobody's wrong? It's two people or more that were just not compatible. Your interests, your beliefs, your thoughts, your ways of being, your emotions are no longer aligned. And what if it's really saying, is it's time to take action towards something greater? See, the easy thing is to stay stuck in right and wrong because it keeps everything that's stuck, which as much as you might not want that, it keeps it the same. And that's your comfort zone. In moments of stress, we default to the comfort zone. When what you're really looking for is something that aligns with your higher self. abundance, flow, joyfulness, happiness, gratitude, appreciation, authentic, heartfelt, uplifting connections and conversations. You can have that, but let go of right and wrong. Even if you have all kinds of proof that they are wrong, even if you're going against a company and you are convinced that they are wrong, look at what they did. They denied me this. They never did what they said. How are you also responsible? Well, I signed with them. I joined with them. I wasn't listening to my intuition when I said this wasn't the right place for me to be or the right person to connect with. Do you really want to live from higher consciousness? Do you really want to create a greater life for yourself? Do you really, truly want to have more money in your life and have greater experiences? If so, then let go of right or wrong. The other thing that happens when you let go of right and wrong, you let go of the tension between you and the other person or the other party or organization, and you allow the energy to flow. So whatever situation is stuck, the energy starts to flow. And it might be that that person comes to you and says, you know what, I was wrong. I did do it this way, or this did happen, or this organization. Let's see how we can resolve this. Or they're willing to listen to you to figure out how to resolve it. Or might be you drift away from that person if it's an individual, or you end up having a greater relationship with them. But right and wrong will always keep you stuck. And it's the same as if you are convinced you're wrong. Many people in humanity have a feeling of wrongness within them, and that is 3D consciousness. You're not wrong. It's your opinion, it's your belief, it's your experience, it's your consciousness, it's what you're looking for in life, but it doesn't mean you're wrong. So imagine just letting go completely of that concept of right and wrong. Just imagine that for now you just completely let go. Just let go of it. And you allow yourself to feel peaceful within yourself, relaxed, at ease. And you allow every cell of your being to awaken and to resonate with higher consciousness. And you give yourself permission to feel good about yourself. And as you do that, you connect and communicate with people of higher consciousness that are kind, that are heart-centered beings. And you have amazing conversations and connections. Money is flowing to you. And you allow yourself to feel good. All because you let go of right and wrong. There you go, my friend. Feel good about yourself. Allow yourself to feel peaceful, harmonious, joyful, at ease. Allow yourself to receive ever increasing amounts of money, receive amazing connections and conversations, receive joyful moments, receive happiness, receive abundant, vibrant health. Take a deep breath in, let that go. Sushoka basa, wala sashoko babaka, sushoka basa wala ka. Awala sa, sushoka basa wala ka, tukabase, sushoka basa wala ka. Awala sa, sushoka basa wala ka, wala sashoko, sushoka basa. There you go, my friend. Namaste.